meeting, introduction to Windows 10. Like we started doing our face-to-face lecture. This is the online version. Windows 10 is part of the Microsoft operating system released for both client and server systems. So today we want to look at the features of Windows 10 and then the features of Windows 10 that distinguish it from other versions of Windows. So the features of Windows 10 here, the features, we will look at the start menu as a feature of Windows 10, start menu. Then we have the Cortana, like a search. Cortana is like a artificial intelligent robot that does searching for you. Those using iPhone, it's like Siri or what they call it. It's the same here as Cortana. We have the start menu, the search, then we have the background or the desktop. Features, we have the start, control, and then we have the search also. Then we have programs, and then the taskbar. I remember I explained to you the functions of the start menu, but we couldn't get to Cortana and then the programs. Okay, let me start over again. The start menu is the gateway to the computer. The start menu is the gateway. When you want to get access to the functionalities or the systems or the apps on the computer, you go through the start menu first. That's the default place you can get access to the apps. So by pressing the Windows key, you get access to the start menu. The Windows key is the key on the keyboard with the Windows logo. When you press on it, the start menu will appear. Or with the Windows 10, when you press the Windows key, it will give you the layout of all the apps. It will give you a start menu of the apps in Windows 10. It will give you the layout of the apps. So with the start menu, we can activate it by going to using the Windows key or clicking the start menu icon. That is the icon beneath the desktop, beneath the taskbar at the left side of the screen. There's an icon with the Windows logo. The Windows logo. That's the start menu icon. And it is the gateway gives us access to all programs and other accessories in the system. All programs and accessories are displayed in the start menu. Then, as I said, the Cortana is like a robot, or let's say an agent that assists the user. Example, send mail to God. When you instruct the computer, send mail to God, this software will pick the speech and then act according to your command. So it's a command interpreter. Hey Cortana, download Prison Break Season 1 for me. Cortana will log on and then do that. It acts according to your command. Then we have the desktop. The desktop is the plain area of the screen where we can see programs, icons, and folders. The plain background of the screen after boot, where we can see programs, icons, and folders. And mostly the desktop is covered with what we call a wallpaper. A wallpaper. A wallpaper. The desktop is always covered by a wallpaper, and a wallpaper is just a picture or a graphic that is used to replace the plain background of the desktop. It is mostly advisable by ergonomics experts that we should always cover our plain desktop with a wallpaper so that the plain color will not affect our sight. So it is advisable to have a wallpaper on your plain desktop by ergonomic experts. So the wallpaper is a graphic used to replace the default background of the desktop. And as I said, the desktop is the plain area that display your folders, your programs, and then your icons. Then the search is also a feature of Windows 10. The search helps us to find accessories or facilities or components in the system, utilities, accessories, programs, and then resources in the system can be accessed using the search menu. Example, I want to search for a file called result.exe or result.xls, which shows that it's an Excel file. When I go to the search file, search menu, and I click result, or I type result.xls, the system will search for result.xls in all drives and folders in the computer. So the system will do what we call a thorough scan, a thorough search to give you all documents or files with this extension. So the search is to search for resources in the system. Then programs. Programs are software that help the user to perform a task. Programs are apps or software that help the user to perform a task. Example, I need a word editing program or software. Word editing. That is for editing your assignment or typing your assignment, or what we call typing. It's called word editing. It's not called typing. Word editing software. That word editing software is also a program. And that program, the program here is divided into three main categories. We have the application softwares, we have the system softwares, and utility softwares. So programs are divided into three main categories: application softwares, system softwares, and utility softwares. So example of application software is Microsoft Word. Application softwares assist the user to perform a particular task or a specific task, or otherwise known as what? Productivity software. They help the user to what? Perform his day-to-day activities or tasks. Example, Microsoft Word, Microsoft PowerPoint, Skype, Zoom, and all those things are application softwares. Let's come to system software. System softwares are software designed to maintain the computer hardware. The hardware system is being powered by the system software. So the system software is like the brain, the main engine for all the other software. It provides an environment for us to what? Install our application softwares and utility softwares. So the system software is the basic level of software that provides services for the hardware. Example is what? The operating system. The operating system coordinates the functionalities of the hardware and the resource sharing in the computer system. So example of system software is the OS, or what we call operating system. And then we have what we call compilers. They are used to write software. The software used to write another software is called a compiler. We have interpreters. We have debuggers, linkages. They are all the translators. They are system level. When you come to the computer science department, they will explain all this into detail. They use all this, but in our level, we are just to know what a system software is. And a system software provides functionality for the hardware and resource sharing. Then utility softwares are software that are meant to what? Assist or provide special functionalities for especially the application softwares. Or utility softwares provide special assistance for the computer. Example, protection against what? Viruses. Utility softwares are normally not used for the user's sake, but to protect the computer system against attacks. Example, firewalls to prevent what? Intrusion, external intrusion, unauthorized intrusion to your system. We always install a firewall. We have antivirus. All these ones are what we call utility software. They are not designed to assist the user to perform any productive tasks, but to protect the system against attacks, or to ensure the smooth running of the computer system. That's what we call a utility software. And as I said, example is firewall and antivirus. So let's look at the taskbar. The taskbar by default is a horizontal bar that lies beneath the desktop or at the bottom of the desktop. The taskbar by default is a horizontal bar that lies at the bottom of the desktop. By default, I use the word default because the orientation can be changed into someone can bring his taskbar at the top, right, vertical. But by the default, when you say default, meaning it doesn't mean touch. By default, it's a horizontal bar that lies at the bottom of the desktop. And contain the start menu, and then time are the most popular utilities on the taskbar, the start menu, and then the date and time or clock. Let me get a clock. The bracket date/time. You can, and also contains running programs. It also has running programs or open programs. So the taskbar by default is a horizontal bar that lies beneath or at the bottom of the desktop and contains the start menu and what and the clock. These are the default; they are always there. And it also has what running programs. So if you open Microsoft Word, the icon or the word icon will appear on your taskbar. You see it here like this. You see your start here. You see your time here. Then if you open VLC player, you see that VLC will have a place here. If you open Microsoft Word, you see W here to denote Microsoft Word. If you open Skype, you see Skype icon here. So we are saying that the taskbar contains what running programs. You see, I have VLC. This shows that VLC is running. This shows that Microsoft Word is also running. This shows that Skype is running. And this is the start menu. And this is our clock. So by default, this is a taskbar. And we call this the orientation. The orientation refers to what? The alignment of the taskbar. Orientation refers to the position of the or the alignment of the taskbar. Refers to the alignment or the position of the taskbar. So we can have left, we have top, bottom, we have, and then vertical. We don't have the left, it is always at the right, which is known as the vertical or the right hand. So that is at the top or the bottom or the vertical. These are the default orientation of the taskbar. So these are some of the features of the taskbar and windows that we didn't explain in the face-to-face lecture. And then Windows 10 also has what we call the Microsoft Edge. We have Edge. We have Microsoft Edge. It's also there. It's also a utility, so it's an application software. Microsoft Edge is an application software which helps us to what? Read PDFs and also browse. Microsoft Edge, is not available in Windows 7, Windows Vista 7 and 8. They don't have Edge. So Microsoft Word is also a feature in Windows 10. We have Microsoft Edge. Then we can do multiple desktop screen also. We can have multiple desktop, or what we call multiple screens. So Microsoft Edge, as I said, is an application software for reading PDFs or ebooks and then what? Internet browsing or surfing. Then we have multiple screens. In Windows 10, we can have screen 1 or desktop 1. Here I'm watching Prison Break movie here. I can create another virtual desktops. Here I'm typing my assignment. So this becomes desktop what? 2. I can have another desktop 3. Here I'm maybe doing video editing. So here these are all this is the main desktop, and these are virtual, a clone of the desktop. So we have so many desktops. So you can swap the desktop. You can swap the desktop by clicking on the top of the screen, and you see the various desktop display. Then you choose the one that you want to view or you want to work in. So these are the basic features of Windows 10. Cortana, search, start menu. We have the tablet mode, Microsoft Edge, multiple desktop. We have what we call the tablet mode. We can change the orientation of the windows, or we can say we can cascade it to what? Tablet, or change orientation. So here the interface will look like a tab. The desktop or the laptop interface will be changed to a tablet interface. So when I ask you, mention and explain 5 features of Windows 10, you should be able to tell me that Windows 10 has Microsoft Edge, Other versions of Windows don't have that. It has multiple screen. Other versions don't have the multiple screen. Then it has a tablet. The tablet mode. Other versions don't have the tablet mode. And Windows 10, Windows 10.1 are all the same. The 10.1 and co are just what we call a minor versions, minor releases to correct maybe bugs in the major release. So, if you have any question and answers, if you have any question, you can DM me or send me mail. My email is displayed on the site. So we are going to start with Microsoft Word. Microsoft Word. We are starting with Microsoft Word. MS Word 2010. Microsoft Word is an application software and is part of the Microsoft Office Suite, an application software. So one thing you need to know about Word is that it's an application software, not a system or utility software. And it's part of the Microsoft Office Suite. Microsoft Office Suite. When we say the Office Suite is made up of Excel, Word, PP, PowerPoint or PowerPoint. We have OneNote. You should be able to tell me all this. OneNote. We have Outlook, right? Then we have which one? Word, Excel. Then we have Access. And there's one. OneNote, Outlook, Access, PowerPoint. I think there's one of them. These are the components of the suite. When you say a software suite, I think refer to what? A group of software that are bundled or sold together as one unit. So when you take the Microsoft Suite, you get this. When you take the Adobe Creativity Cloud or whatever it's called, Adobe CC or whatever, it also has those Illustrator, Photoshop, Acrobat Reader and all those things. So when you say a suite, you refer to a bundle of software sold together. So Microsoft Word is part of the Microsoft Office Suite. And it's an application software. It's designed by what? It was designed by Microsoft Corporation. MS, they own the license to MS Word. Microsoft, they design, not Apple. Apple didn't design Microsoft Word. They have their own called, what they need, it's called Writer or something like that. Yes, Microsoft have their version, but Microsoft Word can also be installed on Macintosh and then Linux operating system and Unix. It's part for multi-platform. So we are saying Word is a what? An application software. In other words, it's a what? An editing or what you call typing. Or typing. Typing software. If you want to type your assignment, articles, publications and things, you use Microsoft Word. Then let's look at the overview, a simple overview. Since this is a video lecture, I don't want to make it very long so that you don't waste a lot of data. So I'll be cutting it into modules, short. Let's look at the components of the Microsoft Word or the features of Microsoft Word application features. Since it's a video lecture, I don't want to make it very long so that the small data you have, you can still have an access to it. So it's a features of we have the close button, we have the title bar, let me use the bar, let's see the title, maximize, slash minimum, slash restore, slash close, let me use. All these things are in your textbook, and those who want to purchase the textbook, you can do that through mobile money. You send the money and we send you the textbook. Then we have the ribbon bar, or the ribbon bar. You have the ribbon button, The minimize, maximize. You have the backstage view.